And those are the rhetorical out of bounds. Now I'm going to go over to the modes of persuasion. Can anybody tell me what the modes of persuasion are? Matt? Oh, I don't know what the modes of persuasion are. Can you explain? Okay, I'm going to have to go over them. In the 4th century, Greek philosopher Aristotle studied rhetoric. He put all of his findings and theories into his book on rhetoric, which included his 3 keys to persuasion, which he called ethos, pathos, and logos. Aristotle believed that each of these concepts, if used correctly, would effectively persuade an audience. Ethos is the first mode of persuasion and is established by credibility. This refers to somebody being persuaded due to the presence of a credible figure delivering the message. We see this every day through commercials and advertising. Think of the Wrangler jeans commercial where Brett Favre is telling you why you should wear their jeans. People will listen to, behave, and even make financial decisions simply because a doctor, a football player, or a scientist said so. Now, ethos does not just involve celebrities. You or I can have effective credibility so long as we show that we have personal experience, proof that we are experts on the subject, and have treated our audience with respect. Next, I'm going to talk about the second mode of persuasion, pathos. Pathos is persuasion created through appealing to the audience's emotions. If executed successfully, pathos can be extremely effective as emotions drive people to engage in certain behaviors. If the rhetorician can provide a message that appeals to an audience member's emotions, there is a much greater chance that the subject will be persuaded. Think of commercials that try to use humor. They are hoping that if you laugh, you are more likely to like the company and buy one of their products. The most effective emotion to target in pathos is fear. Fear will motivate people to change the way they behave more than anything. The last mode of persuasion is Aristotle's favorite, and that is logos. Logos relies on a knowledgeable audience and provides them with logic and evidence for persuasion. This simply means that the rhetorician gives you the information needed to persuade you into a changed behavior. When a car commercial tells you the special features that separate it from the other cars on the market, they are using logos. Oh, I understand now. That all makes sense. But can you provide me some examples? Yes, I will show you some examples of ethos, logos, and pathos. I will show you some commercials that use each of the strategies so you can see exactly what I mean.
Hello, I am Larry Bird. Throughout my entire life, I struggled with getting good sleep. One day, I was introduced to this pillow, the Bird pillow, and it saved my life. After using this pillow, I never struggled to sleep again. Good sleep is the key to health and success as it gives you the energy to push through life. I wouldn't have won any of my 3 championships, 3 MVPs, or 2 finals MVPs without the Bird pillow. Call now and get yours today. Bird! The North Face Ulterior Down Jacket is the best jacket on the market. The relaxed fit, 100% windproof fiber jacket has turbo insulation, keeping you warm at all times, even when it's raining. The jacket features 4 easily accessible zip-up pockets to keep all of your items safe. It even comes in 8 unique colors, including this colorway right here. On top of all this, it's only $129.99. Escape the cold and get your jacket today.
Oh, okay. That all makes sense. I completely understand ethos, pathos, and logos now. But I have a question for you. What is your personal favorite mode of persuasion? That's a really good question, Matt. Aristotle thought that logos was the most important of the 3 and thought that if you demonstrate logos effectively, you should not need to rely on ethos or pathos. I agree completely. Personally, I can see how ethos and pathos can be viewed as ethically wrong. You should not need to rely solely on somebody's credibility in order to achieve persuasion. Personally, I think that ethos stems from logos, and what I mean by that is if you provide good evidence and reasoning, people will identify you as credible. Now, there are instances where credibility needs to be established first, in order for the audience to take your words serious. And in these cases, it is certainly acceptable to use ethos. What I can see as unethical, however, is if credibility is the only thing you are utilizing. To me, this means that you do not truly believe in your message. If you did, you would provide reasoning. As for pathos, I think that trying to make somebody emotional for the sole purpose of buying your product or voting for your representative is unethical. I think that proper logos should do that on its own. If your reasoning and evidence is good, then the person will feel emotionally towards the matter. For example, instead of relying on a happy song or cute puppies to sell a car, tell the audience why they need the car. If you do a good enough job in doing this, they'll be excited to buy the car. So, I think that the best rhetoric consists of logos, which establishes credibility and appeals to the emotions on its own if used correctly. When I say used correctly, I mean that you are using reasoning that is proven correct through research and evidence. So, now that we went over all of that, does anybody have any more questions? No, I don't have any more questions.
I have a question. May I go to the restroom?